Hello, BookTube, and welcome back. Well, folks, we're here. We're at the finale of the bookshelf tour, only because now I've had enough. Because usually, if you've not seen these videos before, I grab 10 books off the shelf and just talk about them at whim. But I've had enough now. I want to cut the head off the snake and just complete this bookshelf tour. It's gone on far too long. So all these are graphic novels. They all live at the top shelf there. So rather than standing on a step ladder and bringing them down, I've just brought them all down to my level so I can just talk about them. As I've said, there's a lot more than 10 down here, but lucky enough, a lot of them are in series, so I can bang them out pretty fast. I've also injured myself as well. As we all know, graphic novels, especially a big stack of them, can be quite heavy. So when I was taking them down, that finger was underneath all the graphic novels. And when I put the graphic novels down on a windowsill, it kind of slammed down. Ah! Every swear word under the sun was said. So my finger's a bit stingy right now. But enough about me. Let's continue. Let's finish the bookshelf tour. So I've literally got all the graphic novels surrounding me here. So let's just crack on. Let's go with this. Now, in the 90s, I was a massive X-Files fan. And before Chris Carter came out with seasons 10 and 11, which was the newer X-Files, about 10 years ago, I think it was, they actually did season 10 and 11 in comic and graphic form. They are here. I think the season 10, which is the comic books, is 25 volumes. And the artwork's pretty much what you'd expect from an X-Files. They're dark, they're dingy, a lot of blood. I mean, that's brighter than a lot of them, but it gets quite dark and great now. And it continues with the legendarium of, Mulder trying to prove there's aliens out there. And also what I like as well, there's a few Monster of the Week episodes. Chef's kiss, I love all that kind of thing. And again, the graphic novels, there you go, like probably like dark. Oh, look at that, the aliens have destroyed Washington. It's all dark, that kind of stuff, Great little read. I prefer the comics and graphic novel to season 10 and 11. Where are we going to go to next? Let's go down here. I'll make a little pile, what I've done pile there. Now, this is one of my favourite sci-fi books of all time. Dune. This is the first book split into 3 volumes. So this is Frank Herbert's Dune. Now, this is his son, Brian, and Kevin J. Anderson adapted the first book. And if you can't be bothered reading the first book because it's classic sci-fi, pick up the graphic novels or watch the films, whatever your flavour. But it's not my favourite kind of artwork. I was a little bit more, but still kind of cool, to be honest with you. And it tells the story of Paul Atreides just, I think, better than the film. Not as good as the book, but I do appreciate a bit of nice artwork. And, I wish to continue this to Dune Messiah and the rest of them, the whole, the downfall of the Messiah, that kind of stuff. But great, love a bit of Dune. Where am I going to go now? Let's go here, why not? So this is by Boss Rosenberg, A Torrid Tale of Child Crime. 4 kids walk into a bank. Now, just saying a torrid tale of child crime sounds really, horrific, but it's kind of lighthearted. The main character is a young girl, and she goes and robs a bank. And she does this, it's a kind of growing of age kind of a story. And she does this to kind of save her dad, who is a bit of a convict himself. So she wants to do it so he doesn't have to or get involved in that kind of underlife, or under city life, whatever I'm trying to say. Artwork's pretty cool. Nice, easy. I like that's cool, isn't it? Reminds me of a beer glass. A little kind of like 80s vibe to it. Pretty cool, and it's a really good story as well, to be honest with you. For a bit of a serious topic, to be honest. It's good. Good. Let's move on. This is X-Men Days of Future past. So this is when Marvel, obviously. So this is when the mutants have been basically nearly made extinct. So humanity have created these like robots that can evolve against what their special powers are and basically kill them. And these robots hunt them down. So let's say Magneto, the robots would turn themselves into plastic or rubber and basically kill off. And at this point, it starts off with all the mutants are nearly much dead. And it's a dystopian future, or the humanity that sided with the mutants to try and help them out. They've all been wiped out or been made to farm. So it's a pretty dark dystopian future, and it's all about them traveling back to time to stop them building these horrific robots that hunt all the X-Men down and kill them. Good graphic novel. I think I prefer the actual film because it did a really good job of making this into a film, Days of Future Past. Probably if I was getting tortured, I would say Days of Future Past is my favourite Marvel film. Next one. Oh, this is a series. This is Y: The Last Man. Now, what's his name? Is it Yorick? I think it's Yorick or the oldest. Oh, God, what's his name? He's basically, there's a plague that kills off all humanity. Well, not all humanity, all males across the world. It's all about this guy. He's trying to survive, and he's got a pet monkey called Ampersand. And it's all about him, dodging getting assassinated by religious fanatically women until the point where he starts to get cloned and all that. It's crude. If you don't like crude stuff, you probably won't like it, but I absolutely loved Y: The Last Man. So it's just basically him waking up and going, I'm the only bloke left. Sometimes that might be a fella's dream, but a lot of things happen to him. How word spreads across the globe that there's one man left, and how the globe that kind of like tries to deal with him. Great comic graphic novels. Great, I really do. And the artwork's pretty cool as well. Very surface level. I'm being very careful here because it can get quite crude through this. But yeah, great. I do like Y: The Last Man. I want to believe these ones were made by the same. It is. So Brian Vaughan and Fiona Staples. And this is Saga, and I've dropped them all. Oh no, it's all gone wrong. I think 11 volumes. And this is a kind of like almost a retelling of Romeo and Juliet. There's like a galactic war going on, and the story's being told through this girl and their parents. And her parents are like the main ones who, their two societies are at war, and the war's like spread across the galaxy, and it's all about them fighting to survive. Very comic. Can be light, can be very dark as well. Excellent graphic novel. Up there, one of my favourites. And excellent story. There's loads of in and outs. There's loads of memorable characters that pop up, and then when they die, you're like, no! Yeah. So that's what vaguely about like a Romeo and Romeo and Juliet story. And again, this one got to go quite crude, so we're going to be careful where I'm opening up here. And it's all like space monsters and them fighting and trying to survive being assassinated. Fantastic series. I've got lots left. 9 minutes. You're okay, Alex. You're okay. Viva Vendetta. This is by Alan Moore. You can see the mask just behind me here. No, I've not worn that mask and walked around in the dark at night around the streets of Liverpool. I love Alan Moore's kind of like really, I don't know why, dirty kind of penmanship. I love it. So V for Vendetta is, the UK, it's gone to like a dystopian future where the government's completely fascist. and this guy who kind of like resembles Guy Fawkes is trying to get his revenge on the people in charge because they've done stuff to him. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's all about a classic tale of revenge against an oppressive state. Fantastic. I love Alan Moore, and we'll get more Alan Moore in a minute, but V for Vendetta is worth a read. So Alan Moore also did Watchmen. Love Watchmen. It's kind of got that 80s kind of look to it. So this is all about who watches the Watchmen. A bunch of like semi-heroes, and they're trying to figure out a number of deaths, what's going on before everything falls apart. Very dark. So they made a film of this maybe about 17, 18 years ago, I think. And I think at the time, a lot of people kind of went, crap that. But I think they said it was crap because they're not used to that kind of like grey kind of heroes. They're all used to like Marvel heroes and, you know, Batman and goody two-shoes Superman. But these are not like that at all. I mean, Rorschach there, fantastic. He's like a really detective, and he wears this like almost like sleeve over his face, and his all the black parts like change or when he's thinking. Fantastic, I love it. And he's kind of like a noir detective, but he's a bit of a killer too. And that's Dr. Manhattan, probably the most powerful being in this universe ever. And it's all about, you know, who watches the Watchmen, and it's all about corruption and, you know, who killed who, all that kind of good stuff. Well worth a read. To watch the film as well. I absolutely love the Watchmen. It feels like I've even begun. Talking about Superman, this is Kingdom Come. Again, this is very like what I've just mentioned about the Watchmen. This is what to do when there's too many superheroes doing their own thing. Actually, this is probably my favourite Superman graphic novel, as you know, how we're going to sort out these rogue superheroes going across the world, causing or trying to sort out things the way they think they should be sorted. Absolutely loved Kingdom Come. If you used to be like me, you know, I'm not going to read any Superman. He's too much of a goody two shoes for me. Pick up Kingdom Come. It's a really, really good graphic novel. Now we go over to Batman. This is A Death in the Family. So this is all about how the grieving process, and obviously, spoiler it, judging by the cover, you can tell that Robin dies in this graphic novel. And it's all about his grieving process and what he does to combat Robin's death, and how he kind of like sort himself out towards the end of the graphic novel. Up there, again, with one of my favourite graphic novels of all time. You know, beautiful artwork. Okay, that's cool. So that's the first one. Next one is probably my favourite of the Batmans. This is The Court of Owls. So this is like a secret society that's going to challenge Batman. Kind of like an Illuminati of all like Gotham's most powerful people. And they put Batman through several trials. Fantastic. I absolutely adore The Court of Owls. This is The Long Halloween. This is probably one of the earlier Batman. So it's all about his earlier missions and how he became Batman and all that good stuff, fighting. I think Mad Hatter's in this and all those kind of characters. There's a lot of Catwoman's in this, and it's all about fighting those all those enemies that everybody knows. And it's basically his younger days in the costume. This is Arkham Asylum. Great dark graphic novel. This is when the lunatics take over Arkham Asylum, and Batman's got to go into Arkham Asylum. There's a Joker. You see how it's all kind of like, I don't know how you describe that weird looking thing. Obviously, that's the Joker. So Batman's got to go into Gotham and sort stuff out, and absolutely insanely good fun. Do you see the pun there? Insane. I love Arkham Asylum. And this is the last Batman one, and this is probably the Dude Bros' favourite Batman graphic novel, and this is The Killing Joke. Oh, it's big in it. The Joker film was loosely based on this. The Joker takes the main role in this graphic novel, and it's basically how the Joker becomes the Joker. So basically, like during the film, what was it, 5-6 years ago, whatever it was, and it's okay. A lot of people buzz about this. It's all right. It's quite brutal at the start, and to the point you're like, no, this guy is no good at all. He's a hideous human being. And towards the end, Batman and the Joker have a bit of a laugh and a bit of a giggle with each other. You're like, Batman, why are you laughing and giggling with this person for what he did right at the start of the book or graphic novel? Still, you know, it's widely talked about, The Killing Joke, and it's okay. Oh no, it's all gone wrong. Next, watch one of my videos without Discworld. So, if you don't know, I absolutely love me some Discworld. So there's 41 novels in the main Discworld timeline, and this is the only graphic novel to come out of it. This is The Last Hero. As you can see, my dog's had a good time with this. This is about basically Cohen, the barbarian, his last hurrah, as he tries to rescue, you know, a damsel in distress from the gods. Ah. And it's typical Terry Pratchett through and through. Good comic relief, crazy, unique, funny characters, well worth a read, and that's The Last Hero. This is the Discworld Emporium, so this is a complete Discworld atlas. The atlas is in here somewhere, that's why it's a bit awkward to hold. So again, it's graphic novel-esque. You know, it's basically all the different areas within Discworld, briefly described in these sections here, and various things that you might see in the world as you go along. Nice little compendium to Discworld, I love it. These are retellings of the main series. So this is Guards. This is the first of the Night Watch series. This is when like the guards are really like, it's the first book, no one pays attention to them. They're scared to leave the police station because there's so much crime and they don't want to deal with it. That's Sam Vines, he's like the leader, and that's Carrot, who's like the new boy. He's kind of like the Arthurian legend kind of a character, but good fun. There's dragons involved. There's absolute mayhem. They're the comic relief, Sergeant Colon and Nobby Nobbs. Fantastic. Guards is up there, one of the best Discworld novels of Discworld books of all time. But yeah, fantastic. The last of the Discworld graphic are the first two books in a one graphic novel. The first two, The Colour of Magic and The Life Fantastic, are basically one story. You can combine both books into one. So that's part two there. And it's basically the journeys of Rincewind the Wizard, the Discworld's worst wizard, and his person that he's got to look after, Two Flower, the Discworld's first tourist. And they get into all sorts of like hijinks just across the world. And the first book, The Colour of Magic, there's not really any story to it. It's just them going on adventures. Parodies fantasy quite heavy. The second one, The Life Fantastic, it's got more of a story to it of really dark magic that they need to work out. But yep, really cool version of the novels. Where am I going to go now? Right, we're nearly at the end, folks. I've gone away, I'm back. So this one is a graphic edition of The Hobbit. I can't remember who the author is. But yeah, I love the art in this. But let's stop at this. This is one of my problems with this graphic novel. Can you tell what it is yet? There's so much wording in these tiny boxes, and it's like this throughout the graphic novel. Sometimes you need to tighten up a little bit, I thought, and if they did that, this graphic novel would be a lot better. But I still love all the art. And it's a pity they never got a chance to do the Lord of the Rings. There's Gandalf visiting Bilbo Baggins at Bag End in the Shire, to kick off the journey. And that's it's okay, but for such a small thing, it's a big read, and that's The Hobbit. This is a serious one. This is by Joe Sacco, who I believed actually went to the war zone. This is a graphic novel that takes a serious issue. Was it 95 or 96, the conflict in the Bosnian War? I think it was 95, 96. There was like a safety camp. I can never get the name of this right. It's a Garazade. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. And it's basically the story of the Muslims who lived in this designated safe zone. Wasn't that safe. And the stories of the people who lived there, with Joe, who actually was there at the time. Very, very great, black and white art all the way through this. Very, very serious, very heavy subject, but still a great graphic novel. I do love this Safe Zone. Brilliant thing to read. I've got 2 more on the 2 series, so bang it out by 25 minutes. So this one, Sin City! Absolutely love me a bit of Sin City, and that's all of them. 7 volumes. And it's basically a detective noir, kind of really dark, dingy story all the way. They're all like separate stories as well, so you can pick up any of them and read them. My personal favourite is the Yellow Bastard, who's the main character. Well, not the main character, he's the main bad guy in it. So let's get that one there. And it's all black and white. Until, there you go, it's all black and white, and then the Yellow Bastard's got like yellow paint splashed all over him to make him stand out. And he's done something evil to the person who's looking for him, basically. And it's all gritty, it's all dark, it's all detective work, it's all about murderers and killers. Absolutely love me a bit of Sin City. Now, I believe I'm not sure if they made the Yellow Bastard, but I believe they made some sort of Sin City movie about 20 years ago with, I think, Bruce Willis, but I haven't seen it, so I can't speak on it. And finally, the last of this video and the last of my collection. How many graphic novels are here? There are 1, 2, I can't count. There are 6. This is The Adventure Zone. Oh, I absolutely love this. So The Adventure Zone is based on a podcast by what are the names? Is it Michael Roy or something? Michael Roy. So it's Clint, Griffin, and Justin, and it's 2 brothers and a dad. And this is basically the graphic novel version of their podcast. It's a very much a comic Dungeons and Dragons series where they've got to find like really magical items across the world and bring them all together to make sure the end of the world doesn't happen. And it's absolute comic genius. I love the Adventure Zone. Some of the art can be quite simple, but you're really looking for the characters that are involved. There's some great storytelling in here. There really is. And I love the breaking of the fourth wall in here as they talk to the dungeon master. Great stuff. Funny, really funny. Can be a lot of swear words involved in here, but a great fun laugh. And that's it. The bookshelf tour is finito. We're done. And I'm going to clock out, and I will speak to you soon. Bye, BookTube.